The bond between parent and child is one of the most powerful connections in human life. It is a bond formed not by words, promises, or even by choice, but by life itself. A connection woven from the very first heartbeat heard, the first cry that echoed in a delivery room, the first gaze exchanged between a mother and her newborn child. A parent's love is different from all other forms of love. It is raw, selfless, enduring, and often goes unnoticed because it is so consistent, like the air we breathe. From the first moment a child is born, a parent's life changes forever. Dreams, priorities, and even fears are no longer centered on themselves, but on the tiny being entrusted to them. In the earliest days, a parent's love is shown through sleepless nights, gentle touches, patient feedings, and the silent, overwhelming commitment to protect. It is in the careful swaddling of a newborn, the cautious steps taken to not disturb a sleeping child, the worried glances during a child's illness, and the joyful laughter when the baby takes their first step. As children grow, the nature of parental love evolves. It becomes less about physical care and more about guidance, patience, and encouragement. Teaching a child to tie their shoes, helping with school projects, attending every recital or sports match, even when tired. These are everyday acts of love. And though children may not always recognize these sacrifices at the time, each act is a thread weaving a bond that can withstand time and trials. A true parent's love is sacrificial. It often means placing the needs of the child above personal dreams. It means working extra hours to afford better education, saving every penny for their future, or setting aside personal comfort to ensure the child's happiness. Sometimes it means being the bad guy, setting boundaries, enforcing discipline, saying no when it would be easier to say yes. Yet, the beauty of parental love is that it does not seek repayment. It expects no trophies, no medals, no grand gestures of gratitude. A simple smile, a whispered, "I love you," or a moment of shared laughter is enough to fill a parent's heart with indescribable joy. But parental love is not always easy. It is often accompanied by worry, by sleepless nights spent questioning if you are doing enough, by guilt over mistakes made, by the painful realization that no parent is perfect. Every parent at some point fears failure, fears that they are not providing enough, loving enough, protecting enough. These fears, however, are also part of love. They are proof that the heart is deeply invested. Children, too, may not always understand the depth of a parent's love. As they grow older, they may rebel, question, or distance themselves. In adolescence, children often seek independence, sometimes pushing their parents away in their search for identity. Yet beneath the layers of teenage rebellion and youthful pride, the foundation laid by years of love remains firm. And often, with time and maturity, children return to appreciate the unwavering love that carried them through. Parental love is also resilient. It survives misunderstandings, arguments, mistakes, and even moments of heartbreak. It remains quietly and steadfastly, even when the child makes choices the parent would not have chosen, even when distances grow both physically and emotionally. At home, true love is tested. Love that is unconditional, that accepts flaws, forgives mistakes, and continues to grow even through trials. Home is where love is trained to endure, not just love that is beautiful at the beginning. Do not wait for the home to be perfect before loving it. Begin to create warmth with simple actions. A gentle morning greeting, a word of thanks for small help, sitting together without phones in hand, or a good night hug. These cost nothing, yet their value is priceless. Home is also where we return after failure. The outside world is not always kind. Sometimes we fall, stumble, are humiliated, or rejected. But when we come home and someone welcomes us with a smile, saying, "It's okay, you did your best," all wounds slowly heal. We all need such a place, and we can be that place for the people we love. Every home has its story. There are tales of laughter, and there are tales of tears. Yet behind it all, there is hope. Hope that tomorrow will be better, that wounds can heal, that the family can strengthen each other. A home does not always have to be happy all the time, but must be a place where everyone feels they matter. This is why it's essential to nurture the atmosphere of home. Do not let temporary emotions destroy the warmth that has been built. Learn to control yourself, to choose words that heal rather than hurt. Learn to be present, to listen, to understand, because home is where our souls are being shaped, and there is no place more important than that. We may live in many places throughout our lives, moving from one city to another, from one house to the next. But a true home is where the heart feels safe and loved. We can create that home, not with money, but with genuine love.